Well, it is here, the brand new Hobbyplus Brushless Spec B. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been wondering when we were going to see an out-the-box brushless micro buggy. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Hobbyplus have just released this, the brand new brushless Spec B, and they were kind enough to send me one pre-release a couple of weeks ago so that I could test it out. Now I can show it to you. Let's take a look. Now, a lot of people have been asking for a brushless, ready-to-run micro buggy, and Hobbywing are the first to deliver with this. Now, the Brush Spec B was a little on the slow side. However, in here, they have given us the Hobbywing Mini28 brushless ESC, which is one of the best that money can buy. They have also given us an 8000 kV sensorless motor, which means that this thing should really rip. Enough of the talking, let's get this thing open. Well, there you go, first impressions. It's pretty impressive. I love that new colorway. Let's get this thing out of the box and take a closer look. Now in the box we get our car with our LiPo battery pre-installed. We get our transmitter, which just requires 4 AAA batteries. Now in this bag we get our manual, charger and a wheel wrench, and also a second set of gears. So stay tuned for later on in this video when we fit those gears and see how fast we can make this car really go. Now, as we take the body off, we get to see what makes this car so special. Inside here, we have got our Hobbywing Mini28 brushless ESC. Now, this isn't the same one that you would buy off the shelves. However, using the Hobbywing program card, we still have a number of tuning abilities. Now, if you watched my original video on the Spec B, you will remember we had an issue with the steering linkage popping off rather easily. That has now been resolved with a spacer down on the steering rack, so hopefully that should no longer be an issue. Now, the brushless Spec B also comes with a new set of tyres, a slightly softer compound and a different tread pattern than before, so hopefully that will give us even more grip. Now, coupled up to that ESC, you can see we have that 1626 8000 kV brushless motor. Now it is only the sensorless one, but I can tell you now, it seriously packs a punch. Now if you've not had a Spec B before, you will be happy to hear that the build quality of these cars is very good indeed, especially for the price. When comparing the Spec B back to the Losi, you will find that a lot of the parts are made a lot more substantially and a lot stronger, which means that it can take a lot more abuse, which will be great for when we head to the skate park later in this video. Not only that, but the fit and fitment of the parts is very good indeed, and there's a lot less slop in the system, which should hopefully mean that we have better control when we're going around that track. Now on the transmitter we get all the normal things. We get our steering and throttle trim, and then our steering and throttle dual rates. On the top here we have a number of dip switches, and these will actually want to stay in this position. The first one is your running mode, and that will want to be switched down for forwards, brake and reverse. The second one is your battery type, and we are obviously running a LiPo, so have that in the down position also. Now don't forget, if you enjoy these videos or find them helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future reviews, updates and builds. Now I don't have any racing at the club for about a week, so let's get a small track set up here at home and go have a quick play. There you go, that was a few laps around the living room, and I'm happy to say I had no issues at all. The car felt very good and it had absolutely stacks of speed as expected. So much so I did end up turning the dual rate down to around about 60% just to make it a little more controllable indoors. I also turned the punch down on the ESC to the lowest setting just to help smooth things out a little. Now it is finally race day and I can't wait to get this around the track, so let's head down there now and get a few laps in.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a girl. Break free of history. This train is racing straight ahead. No man can do like I can. I'm the queen of the land.
Back from the track, and a few of you may have noticed I was running the old style body, and that was purely because I haven't cleared the screen on the new one for the transponder to work. So what was the car like on the track? Maybe not quite so dialed in as the Losi is straight out of the box, but I think with a few tweaks the car could be improved even more, and it does show a lot of potential. Now, as before, I was running it at that lowest punch setting to keep things nice and smooth. I did try it all the way through the range, and at the top of the range it did start to cog a little, but it was also pulling wheelies everywhere, so my advice would be to stick at level number 1 or 2. Build quality on these cars is very good indeed, and probably better than over on the Losis. The steering linkages have a lot less slop, which is quite noticeable out on the track. Now, the new V-Blox tyres were also a big improvement, and they offered plenty of grip on the carpet. I did find myself just trimming off some of these outer pins to give the car a little more understeer and to make it go around the track a little easier. Now, I'm not normally one to take my micros to the skate park for fear of breaking them. However, the guys at hobbyplus insisted that this was up for the challenge, so let's head there now, give it a bash and see what abuse it can really take.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Back from the skate park, and I have to say that was a huge amount of fun. I really did enjoy the car, and I'm amazed at how much abuse this thing could really take. hobbyplus was certainly not wrong, other than the receiver just popping off its sticky mount, a couple of scratches on the body, and maybe 1 or 2 on the bottom and here at the back. There really aren't any signs of damage on the vehicle. Now, there still are a few things that I would like to see improved. The steering wheel on the transmitter is just hard plastic, and it does tend to get a little bit slippery under the pressures of racing, so it'll be nice to see a foam grip around there. If I was being super picky, I would say there is a slight latency between the transmitter and the buggy, but that is only really noticeable when you're going around a track. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you are going to be racing this, you may just want to go over some of the shocks and the links to make sure everything is running nice and smoothly. You will also find that the Losi springs do fit onto these shocks, however the shocks themselves are a slightly different length. Now, as for that new brushless motor setup, I think most people will find that it has plenty of speed. I did find running it on that optional gearing slightly better as it smoothed out the bottom end. Now, as for those new V-Blox tyres, they work very well indeed and offered a huge amount of grip, and I was surprised at how well they worked even on the dusty concrete at the skate park. So there you go, the new hobbyplus brushless Spec B, a car that's not just for the track but a great all-rounder, and for around about $130 you really can't complain, and I expect we will be seeing a lot more of these out and about very soon. Again, thank you very much to Hobbywing for supporting this channel and sending us this car to review. I will leave a link down in the description to the Hobbywing website where you can purchase your own. That link will also help support the channel. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future reviews and builds. And as always, have fun out driving whatever and wherever you are. I will see you in the next one.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead.